Hello and welcome back, guys. So today we have a very interesting mockup for you all. It's 3D dimension plus the mockup. So let's get into it. So if you want to know entirely how we did it, so for that you cannot just miss the video. You have to watch the full video without skipping it and know how you did it. So before starting, actually, we will like you to introduce to our Patreon family the scheme of our channel. As you all know, you can get access to all the PSD files on the mockups we have done so far through this Patreon family, through this Patreon membership. And you can download them, you can get access to them, you can make them as your own. So, and if you have any questions or any work related conversation that you want to have with me personally, then also you can text me after you get the Patreon membership. So without delaying, let's start. First, we'll take the 3D objects. We have already done this. We can change the sizes, as you know. But first, with the square, we'll make a wall. We'll take the shape and then we'll adjust the shape. And just so the video doesn't get too long, we will fast forward few parts. And from now on, we'll try to bring some dimension videos only, and how we make the shapes and the base pictures. To make a clear understanding, we'll bring that videos. Okay. So now we will take the table and we'll place it right in front of the wall that we have made. You can adjust the size according to your preferences. I'm taking a adjustable size with my wall, just so it looks good. Then change the scales and adjust it. The thickness, the width, it's all in your hands. Then we'll take a candle stand.
Scale.
And again we'll increase the scales.
And a scale.
This is happening because the scales are changed a little. The moment you increase the scales, the measurements of your scale in the object, it will be fine. So, to learn such new tricks, you can comment us which tricks you want to learn and what should we show next. You're free to do so by dropping a comment in our comment section. We will love to read so. Now we will place the objects. We will just increase the size and then we will place it where we want our objects to be. You can just arrange them according to your preferences. There is no hard and fast rule that you have to keep it here and there. It's just up to you as you like it. For a preference or for a reference, you can follow along the tutorial that you are seeing in the screen, and you can follow that. But yes, you can make changes. Now again, we'll take a flower vase, input it, then make a proper placement. Now just adjust them one by one. Now again we'll place the candle on this table. We'll increase the size of the table a little more.
To take light with it, working here.
Now again we'll select 3 of the objects together and we'll place it on top of it.
To use.
And now see if the placements are alright. If not, adjust them again. Make sure this base is a solid base. Okay, the better base you will have, the better mockup it will be. Once you are done with it, you can just see the adjustments. And we will bring the wall a little forward. It's all depending on your eyes. So once, as you can see, once we are done with it, we are done with the placement. So also you have to set the view that you want to set. There we can just go to render preview and see how it will be done. So you can change the angle of the light. We can adjust the density of the light or the brightness. And then we will click on render and wait a few minutes to make it happen, the render. So till now you have saw how you can design the object or the base file. Now we will do the mockup part. All of the things will be changeable and you can change any part of it. So let's start with the mockup. So let me remind you one more time that to get access to all of these premium quality mockups, and even before they are uploaded on the YouTube, you can get access to them through our Patreon family. Just subscribe to it. The link is given in the description below. Check it out. Now, as you can see, there's an additional layer there. In this additional layer, you can see all the other objects in different colors. So that you don't have to select all the different objects with the paint tool separately. This will save you a lot of time. So as you can see, the wall is in a different color. The lamp, the table, and everything is in a different color. So first we'll start with the wall.
This.
And then just select them. Now first we'll take a rectangle tool. First draw the rectangle, then color it any color. Then you can convert it to smart object. Then you have to do the masking. Masking feature has to be applied. First, you will switch on the additional layer. So as you can see, the wall is there. Then we'll take the magic wand tool. Then we'll click on this layer. And then the wall, you can see the wall is selected, but the inner part is not selected. So we will press shift in the keyboard and then we'll click on these parts, inside parts, to select them all together. Once you are done with it,
Impossible.
then we'll switch on the smart object, then click on mask. Then you can see that the wall is placed, the smart object is placed according to the wall. Next, the hair will go. We will change this color, the part of this color. So again, first we will switch on the additional layer. Then with the magic wand tool again, we will select this part. This different green. Press it. Select this portion of the wall. Then again take a solid color for this layer, separate layer. Switch that on. Then we will place another smart object on the floor. Then for that we will draw another rectangle, and for this one we will draw a bigger one, a bigger rectangle. We will explain later why it's taken bigger. So as you can see, I've taken the rectangle a little bigger than the size. We'll change the color, then we will convert it to smart object. We'll decrease the opacity so that we can see it easily. And then we bring it a little downwards. Adjust the size a little. Then we'll press Ctrl minus and we will zoom out it a little. Then you'll click on perspectives. First right click and perspectives.
Sir, is that audio? Now, you should remember past.
And then click on perspectives. And then we'll increase one point, any point, so then it gets a better view. And this is why we are taking the bigger rectangle, so that we can adjust it here. And we'll increase the opacity. Then again we'll switch off all the layers. We'll switch off the smart object also and the additional layer. So just switch on the additional layer. And again we'll take the magic wand and click on the black surface. And then again pressing the shift on the keyboard, we can select the inner parts. And then again we'll switch on the smart object and put the masking option. As you can see, the parts and the behind the table are done. So now we'll come to the table. For the table, we'll choose a color.
Oh, yes.
As you can see, there are two layers. We will select two colors for the two layers. You can see it's a little difficult to understand, so we'll change the other layers, the colors of the both layer. We'll select the table, then press shift and select all the parts in the table, nooks and the corners, everything. Then again switch off this layer, then again take another layer, solid layer for another part. Now in the similar way, we will do the flower vase.
And then that can,
Put on a solid color layer.
save.
Again we will just group them. Then the cup is left. We have to do the cup. Then again with the magic wand tool, select the cup and the plate both.
And then that's
Then select the stand of the lamp.
but if there are
Follow along each step very carefully how I am selecting them and choosing a solid color for them. Where I am switching off which layer and switching on which layer. You have to follow this up. Then you just list different colors. This way it is distinguishable. Once you are done with the selection of all the parts, click on this and again take a solid color. Once you have selected with different colors, as you can see, every object is in different colors and the layers also.
the object color test.
Only the table lamp is not colored. We'll have to place a smart object here. Again, similar way, take the rectangle, then convert it to smart object and give a solid color.
It's far out.
And then again press Ctrl C, bring it downwards, and then decrease the size a little, and then we will click on right and click on wrap option. From the custom, from there we can just urge the shape just so it creates a nice effect of the luminous aura around the lamp.
The steps.
Then again press the right. Again press Ctrl D and place it a little upwards. Once you're done with the adjustments,
Right, and then she said,
selected. For the selection, we'll go to additional layer. Switch on the additional layer. Switch off all the other layers and only keep this additional layer on. As you can see, in here violet color is used for the upper part. We'll now switch off the additional layer. Then we'll switch on the mask. Into the masking option for the smart object. So you can see As you can see, there are too many layers here, so we will name each of them in a different part. So this one will be the top part of the table lamp. For the each part, you can just name whatever is convenient for you, whatever you will be able to distinguish. I'm just fast forwarding this part. You can name them whatever you want. Just you need to understand what you are naming them. It is very easy if you name them just according to the parts.
Cut. What does that mean?
As you can see, I'm done with all of them. For this part, we'll go to magic wand tool again. Click here. Then again space shift and click again. Then we'll go to mask and click on the background. Click on the white color and press control back. And as you can see, it is turned into red. And then again take Control T and you can change the size or the position. And then as you can see, the design on the wall, we have already taken it. So we will take fit the size according to the shape of our wall.
Cut the buffer.
Then again go to files and save. So you can say the design is updated in the main page. Color the brim in pure white because it goes with the background and the design too. And then you can change the color of the table. Anything. And these parts are dependable on you. You can choose the colors and the shades. Do it mostly on very sober colors, just so it looks very premium and aesthetic. For those, choose monochrome colors like brown, grey, black, white. And then change the colors of the other objects too. For the floor also we have a smart object. Here it is. Take a nice design like marble-ish design and fit the page. And then again save. Every time you do something, you have to save the edit just so it is updated on the main page. Then take the smart object there and fit the shapes that you have taken. The shape of the smart object and the design has to be matched. And then you have to update them in the main page. Then selecting all these objects and making them a group because they look very chaotic and might distract you. You can just give us object ID. And then bring the main base page in the very top, and then as you can see, for the light we will make it linear bound. We have to make 3 copies as usual. You can make the copies first, then do the other parts. For the shadow, do that. For the midtone, linear dots add. These parts are very old, We have done this in all the mockups. You can just follow up with other mockups or even in the video too. These are very familiar places for you, familiar steps. Then press OK. And just adjust. Here the adjustment and your vision is the key, how you want to make it look realistic. Keep making the adjustments till you are satisfied, till it looks picture perfect. And again we'll copy that. And make the final adjustments here. Then press OK. And then just group them too. You can group these 3 layers too. And here we are done with our mockup for this one. So if you find it difficult, you can just contact me. And do check out the Patreon family. And this whole mockup is changeable. You can change any part you want. You can have access to all of these PSD files, base images, and all the mockups also, just by subscribing to our Patreon family. Also, if you liked what you saw, please subscribe to the channel and switch on the bell icon just so you do not miss any more updates from our channel. And if you have any request for the next mockup, just drop it below. Thank you for watching.